You know the feeling. It's 9 p.m., and suddenly the only thing you can think about is that pint of ice cream in the freezer. It's not just hunger. It's a powerful, all-consuming urge that seems to hijack your brain. You feel totally out of control, like some primal force has taken over. But what if you could shut down that craving in minutes, not with willpower, but with a simple brain hack? What if you could understand the wiring in your brain that creates these urges and use that knowledge to take them apart? Welcome to TN Media Hub, your go-to channel for everything healthy, wellness-related, and a prosperous soul. Do you usually have cravings and find it difficult to manage such addictions? You are not alone, and you are in the right place. Stay tuned to the end to know what to do about these cravings. In this video, we're going to explore the neuroscience of your cravings. I'll show you how your brain's reward system creates them, and then I'll give you 7 science-backed hacks to take back control, starting today. So, what is the problem? Before we get to the hacks, you have to understand what's going on in your head. Every craving you've ever had is driven by a primitive network in your brain, called the reward system. This system evolved to help us survive by releasing the neurotransmitter dopamine when we did things that were good for our survival, like eating energy-rich food. But here's the problem. That ancient wiring hasn't been updated for the modern world. We're surrounded by hyper-palatable foods packed with more sugar, salt, and fat than our ancestors ever saw. When you eat these, your brain gets a massive surge of dopamine, way more intense than what you'd get from something natural like an apple. And here's the key. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's the molecule of motivation. It signals anticipation and creates a powerful drive to get that reward again. Your brain learns that a specific food provides a huge reward and hardwires a program that says, "Do that again." But it's even more complex than that. Recent research points to a brain region called the BNST as a kind of master switchboard that weighs reward signals against your body's actual needs, like hunger. It helps explain why sometimes a craving feels less like a desire and more like a desperate, urgent need. To make matters even more confusing, scientists have also found specific neurons, called POMC neurons, that can send a signal that you're full and a signal to crave sugar at the very same time. This is why you can feel completely stuffed after dinner, but still have a raging desire for dessert. Stress makes it all worse, as the stress hormone cortisol can lower dopamine and increase ghrelin, the hunger hormone, intensifying cravings. So, when you're fighting a craving, you're not fighting a simple desire. You're fighting a deeply ingrained neurological loop backed by powerful chemicals. Willpower alone doesn't stand a chance. You need to work with your brain, not against it. And that's what these hacks are for. The first hack is one of the simplest and most powerful. It's called the 10-minute urge surf. When a craving hits, it feels like an unstoppable tidal wave. Your instinct is to either fight it or give in. But there's a third option: ride it out. The science here is fascinating. Cravings are temporary. They feel permanent in the moment, but neurologically, they are designed to rise, peak, and then fall away. While there isn't a magic number, this peak and fade cycle often happens within a relatively short window of time. By practicing this hack, you activate your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, which helps you observe the craving without being controlled by the emotional, reactive parts. Here's how you do it. Next time a craving hits, set a timer for 10 minutes. For those 10 minutes, your only job is to be a curious scientist. Acknowledge the craving. Say to yourself, "Okay, I'm having a craving for chips right now." Notice the sensations. Is your mouth watering? Do you feel it in your stomach? Just observe these feelings without judgment. Imagine the craving as a wave. Watch it build, see it crest, and then notice as it slowly starts to fade. More often than not, by the time that timer goes off, the intensity will have dropped significantly. You've successfully surfed the urge. This next hack targets the meaning your brain assigns to the food you're craving. It's a technique called cognitive reappraisal, which is proven to be highly effective at turning down the volume on cravings. Remember, the craving is driven by the anticipated reward. This hack works by actively changing your mind about how good that reward will actually be. Research shows that we can consciously use parts of our brain involved in self-control to reframe a temptation. When we do this, we are literally changing the neural activity tied to that food. So how does it work? When you're staring down a cookie, your brain is focused on the good stuff, the sweet taste, the chewy texture, the immediate pleasure. To reframe it, you have to consciously shift your focus to the negative long-term consequences. Don't just say, "I shouldn't eat that." That's weak. Get specific. Say to yourself, "If I eat that cookie, it's a quick hit of sugar. In 30 minutes my energy will crash, my focus will be gone, and I'll feel sluggish and regretful." Imagine that post-sugar crash feeling in vivid detail. You can also try a perception-altering trick. Imagine the cookie is covered in something gross, like hair or dirt. It sounds a little weird, but you're actively rewriting the story your brain is telling you, making the reward seem a lot less rewarding. Hack number 3, the healthy dopamine swap. Your brain is craving a dopamine hit, not necessarily that specific food. The craving is just the brain's go-to strategy for getting that hit. Hack number 3, the healthy dopamine swap, is about giving your brain what it wants, but through a healthier channel. Dopamine is released by lots of activities, not just eating sugary foods. Moving your body, listening to your favorite song, chatting with a friend, or even accomplishing a tiny goal can all trigger a healthy release of dopamine. This hack works by redirecting the motivation a craving creates toward a different, more beneficial action. You aren't suppressing the drive, you're channeling it. Here's your action plan. Make a list of 5 to 10 quick activities that you genuinely enjoy. This is your dopamine menu. It could be listening to one upbeat song that makes you want to dance, watching a funny 5-minute video, stepping outside for a brisk walk, texting a friend, doing 10 push-ups or holding a plank, playing with your pet. The next time a craving hits, instead of fighting it, tell your brain, "Okay, I hear you. You want a reward. Let's pick one from the menu." Then, immediately do one of those things. This gives your brain the chemical reward it was after, satisfying the cravings driver without derailing your goals. Section 4, hack number 4, the stress circuit breaker. Ever notice that your cravings go through the roof when you're stressed? That's not a coincidence. Stress triggers the release of cortisol, which messes with your brain's reward system and cranks up hormones that drive hunger and cravings. This hack, the stress circuit breaker, is designed to stop this cycle in its tracks. The key is to use a simple relaxation technique to calm your nervous system. When you do, you reduce cortisol and give your rational brain a chance to get back in the driver's seat. One of the fastest ways to do this is with a technique called the physiological sigh. Here's how you do it. Anytime, anywhere. Take 2 sharp inhales through your nose, followed by 1 long, slow exhale through your mouth. The first inhale fills your lungs, and that second little inhale on top pops open any remaining collapsed air sacs, allowing for a more efficient exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. The long exhale then signals to your brain that it's time to relax. So it looks like this. Inhale, inhale again, and then a long, slow exhale out of your mouth. Do this just 1 to 3 times. It's one of the quickest known ways to calm your autonomic nervous system. By doing this, the moment you feel a stress craving, you short-circuit the pathway that links stress to eating. Hack number 5, the proactive protein front load. So far, our hacks have been reactive. This one is proactive. It's about setting up your brain and body to have fewer cravings in the first place. I call it the proactive protein front load. The science involves your hunger and satiety hormones. When your blood sugar is all over the place, your hormones send craving signals to your brain. However, research consistently shows that protein is the most satiating macronutrient. Prioritizing high-protein meals significantly reduces ghrelin, the hormone that tells your brain you're hungry. Studies have shown that a higher protein intake can dramatically reduce cravings and the urge for late-night snacking. The strategy is simple. Front-load your day with protein. Instead of starting with a carb-heavy breakfast like a bagel, which spikes your blood sugar and sets you up for a crash and cravings later, start with a protein-rich meal. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, or a quality protein shake. Aim for at least 25-30 grams of protein in your first meal. This will help stabilize your blood sugar, suppress your hunger hormone, and provide steady energy. You're biochemically fortifying your brain against cravings for the rest of the day. Section 6, Hack number 6, the Approach-Avoidance Retraining. This hack is a little more advanced and comes from a field called cognitive bias modification. At its core, a craving is an automatic approach bias. Your brain is trained to move toward things like cookies. Research shows we can actively retrain these automatic impulses. Studies have found that by repeatedly making an avoidance motion in response to unhealthy food images, participants can weaken this automatic pull and even turn it into an avoidance bias. You're essentially doing quick reps for your brain, building a new, healthier pathway. You can do a simple version of this right now. Find 2 images on your phone, one of a food you crave and one of a healthy food you like. Now for just a couple of minutes, practice a physical action. When you see the craving food, use your finger to physically push it away on the screen. As you do, think away or stop. Then, when you see the healthy food, use your finger to physically pull it toward you. Think yes or health. It feels simple, maybe even a bit silly, but you're creating new associations in your brain at a subconscious level. You're weakening the automatic pull of the unhealthy food and strengthening the pull of the healthy one. Our final hack acknowledges a simple truth. Your craving system is tied to memory and your environment. If you eat chips every time you sit on the couch for Netflix, your brain links the couch, Netflix, and chips. Soon, just sitting on the couch is enough to trigger the craving. This hack is the Trigger Audit and Environment Redesign. The goal is to identify your personal craving triggers and consciously change your environment to make it easier for your brain to succeed. This isn't about willpower, it's about smart strategy. It's a 2-step process. First, the audit. For the next 3 days, use a notes app on your phone. Every time a strong craving hits, write down 3 things. 1. What was the food? 2. What was I doing right before? 3. What was I feeling? This gives you incredible data on your personal triggers. You might find it's a time of day, a specific place, boredom, or even the smell of a bakery on your walk home. Second, the redesign. Once you know your top triggers, change them. If the office break room is a donut minefield, drink your coffee at your desk. If your nightly TV routine triggers an ice cream craving, don't keep ice cream in the house. You're not saying you can never have it, you're just removing the automatic, easy access. By curating your environment, you stop forcing your brain to fight unnecessary battles. So there you have it, 7 powerful science-backed brain hacks to beat cravings. We've covered riding out the urge, reframing the food's meaning, swapping your dopamine source, breaking the stress circuit, front-loading with protein, retraining your automatic habits, and redesigning your environment. The key takeaway is this: cravings are not a moral failing or a lack of willpower. They are the result of predictable neurological processes, and that means they can be interrupted and retrained. By understanding the science, you can go from being a victim of your cravings to being the architect of your responses. Start with just one of these hacks. Pick the one that resonates most and try it the next time a craving hits. You have the power to change these patterns. If this video was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the science of living better. And I have a question for you. Which of these hacks are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.